Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to give you a reading on a Sunday. Yep, we're going to look at some singles energy, I feel. We haven't done singles readings in a couple of weeks, so I thought we'd get back to that. So, Taurus, this is your reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for singles. Taurus, how are you? I hope you're well. I am your single Taurus sun sister. That's where I get my earth energy. Let me know your placements in the comments. I love to be in the comments, Taurus. If you snuck in the side door over the last couple days, I saw you. I hope you'll let me know who you are if you're part of the Taurus tribe or if you're cross-watching for a Taurus. Here we are. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope you will stay. Thank you for clicking here. All right, Taurus, let's take a look here. Singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It is Taurus energy. Taurus, you know you get a reading every time I sit at this altar, right? It's been a few this week. I think this is about the 4th or 5th reading for you this week. Okay. Here we go, Taurus. Tell me what's going on. Taurus. All right. Taurus, you keep getting the shadow. Yeah. You keep getting things that you don't see. Things that you feel but don't see. The shadow is the moon card in the psychic tarot. And I feel like you are... yeah. It feels like you are... it feels like something's about to come full circle is what I want to say. Something that you don't see. Something is going from this waxing or waning moon or crescent moon to a full moon. It feels like, yeah, somebody, it's like the past is passing the baton to the future or the present. It's time for you to feel whole or be whole. Maybe you've been doing shadow work. Could very well be. Let's look here. Goddess Oracle. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus in the shadow, please. What's in the shadow for Taurus, please? What's in the shadow for Taurus singles? Self-awareness and declutter. We've got embrace. Find peace with your current state of being. I think it's something that we kind of overlook, right? We overlook our current state of being, and it's about being happy in the now, being happy with what you have, with being grateful and have gratitude for what's going on right now in your life. Stop living in the future, living in the what if, the future, what should, what coulda, woulda, shoulda been. And I feel like it's what you're supposed to be concentrating on right now is self-awareness and declutter. It's just tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and old patterns. I feel like somebody is like passing, it's like the older self is passing the wand to the new self, the one that's whole. It's like, here, now you can handle this stuff. Now you can deal with this stuff. We have declutter, let go of old items, create new sacred space for yourself. It could be an actual sacred space in your home, but letting go of old items, y'all, could be people, things. Yeah, maybe it's time to have a, I don't want to say, a yard sale. Why are we doing that? All right. What do we got here? We've got money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So self-awareness, tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. By questioning the routines and patterns in the shadow work, I do believe that you are able to let go of old things, and it does create a new space for you. It creates an open space for you to bring in what it is that you want. We've got September. This is something that could have started back in September. September is the 9th month. You could have been going over the details of something you wanted to let go of or declutter. Or maybe you started on the path to self-awareness at this time, but you cannot ignore that the path of self-awareness is not only self-awareness, but it also is awareness of money. It's awareness of how you spend it, how you keep it, how it works for you. It's awareness of that. You could have started something that's ongoing since September, or maybe the 9th month. Maybe you have a birthday in September, or somebody you know does, but the 9th month it's hermit energy. Maybe you were hermiting in September at this time when there's a money path that you're trying to explore. Maybe another path of income. For some of you who are business owners, we have the bag, something important such as a new job or a raise, and that would go along with the money path, right? And then we have a hand. in need of help, assistance, and guidance. I think you're going to get the guidance you need from the self. It's the old self, the one that knows. I kind of look at these two as the street smarts and the spiritually smart. It's like they're merging. It's like you grew up in the streets. You grew up of the streets, learning all those lessons. And now that you've taken some time in the shadow work to deconstruct some things, I feel like it is time for you to move forward after taking the wand, taking the baton. The baton is being passed to you. It's time for you. It's up to you now. It's time for you to make the decision to let go of old items or old thoughts and create a sacred new space in your mind, in your home. Tapping into the higher self is what you need to do if you want to find your direction with money. There may have been something that happened back in September that made you feel like you need to get control of that, Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. We've also got Libra energy here. It feels like somebody's made a decision to have some adventures. Somebody has made a decision to have some balance in their life, to learn from the past, learn from the karmic connections, learn from the karma that's come our way. We're now sort of making things balanced and well, and it's time to go on a new adventure. You've already decided to do that. The world is in your hands, but I think you needed to wait till things calmed down, or you had a certain state of mind, or you made a decision of some type or learned some sort of truth. I think some of you still want to know the truth about the King of Swords, that maybe you don't have closure. This person is someone I feel that you've had words with, someone that you've moved on from, someone that you've decided it's not worth it to hang around. It's time to move on here. I'm looking at the 5 and 1 is 6, at 6 swords. We've learned the lessons enough to move forward into the adventures, because whatever we've learned here, whatever you've learned about the King of Swords is giving you some balance here. There might have been a truth or an honest thing, or you were honest with yourself finally. You stopped fighting yourself about whether or not you should take the next road alone. I think for some of you, you will be. The King of Swords is the person I feel that you have moved on from, whether they are Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius or not. This person is someone who is very fixed in their energy, someone who's not budging, someone who you've come to, it feels like it's a deadlock or a gridlock with somebody, that this King of Swords only deals in things that are logical, doesn't deal in emotions, deals in facts and logic and things that are correct because of science, and you know what I mean? Things have to add up for the king. So I feel like after you have made a decision to move on from the king, I feel that gives you enough balance to go into your adventure mode, that you've decided that you're going back to the crossroads here, and it's time to take a different path. The King of Wands is here, and the King of Wands is staring at you, like watching you take these steps out into the abyss, into the adventure of life. Yeah, this person's watching you move away or carry on or do your own thing. I feel like the King of Wands has been waiting for you. I feel the King of Wands also wants to go to the crossroads. We have 2 wands right here. There is 3, of course. 6 altogether. Somebody wants victory. But we do have 3 wands here. Of course, we have 3 wands here as well. So I feel like the king here is someone that might be of interest to you. Someone who is Aries, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel like this person wants to take action and come toward you, Taurus, but I feel as though they're stuck in the 3 of Wands right now. For some of you, it might be they've already chosen another person, because in the 3 of Wands, somebody here has their hand on a wand, something that's passionate. I feel like for some of you, your person could have carried on with another person, but is still looking back at you. You're still on the mind. Whether they're with someone or not, you're still on the mind, Taurus. Got the King of Cups. There's emotions here. Sure is. Tell me about Taurus singles, please. All right. It feels like something that you worked really hard on, Taurus, that it's like you were trying to, like that you were trying to work as hard as you could in order to bring this together. Courtship, card number 4, maybe with an emperor. But the toil and labor card for me is someone who works the hardest for the least money. These people are working on looms. There was a lot of factories back then. As I'm looking the way this woman's dressed, it seems like it might be like the 20s or 30s. A lot of women were hurt in that time working with big machinery, wearing, the way they're dressed. She's wearing a dress and an apron, a lot of things that could get caught in that loom. I feel like the King of Swords is your person that we're talking about, the one that you may have had harsh words with and decided you were moving away from. It felt like you were putting in more work than you were getting paid for, is what I want to say when we see toil and labor. And of course, you're not paid to be in a relationship, but take it as a metaphor, right? I feel like you were the one doing all the hard work, putting your neck on the line. There was a lot of instances where you could have really been hurt badly. I think you're over it. Justice tells me that you're over it and it's time to move forward, that you decided you were working way too hard to try and get in the good graces of the King of Swords, or even the King of Wands. These could be two different people. It could be the same person. I'll leave that up to you. I feel like even though the King of Wands for some of you has moved on to another relationship and has made a move forward, or has got their toes off the edge to go toward another relationship. And I only say that because in the 3 of Wands, someone has picked a wand, and in the 2 of Wands, someone has picked a wand as well. And so I feel as though even though your person has decided to carry on or move forward and get enough balance to do that, that they still watch you. They still have a concern. You are a concern for them. We have card number 3 here. 3 and 3 breaks down to a 6. This person has never stopped wanting reciprocity with you. This person thinks about you often in times when they're alone. They think about your affection and your love, the way that you treated them, the way that you thought about them. I feel like this person is always going to have a concern for you. That's what it feels like. This person's always going to be concerned about you, Taurus. No matter what they do. For some of you, they could have moved on. You could have gotten some information that they're dating someone else. But this person hasn't stopped thinking about you. They're picking a person, but I feel like they are still at the crossroads, looking at what you're doing. They're concerned about what you're doing. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like whatever it is that they've gotten into, if they are dating someone else, that it's really great now, 10 of Cups. But I feel like they're eventually going to move on because the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Your person has not listened to their gut when it comes to you. They've actually gotten into another karmic relationship, I feel. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse tells me this is not divine timing. It's not the person. It's not the time to give away your Ace of Cups. I think the king knows this intuitively, I want to say, that they shouldn't be giving their cup away at a time when they should be giving it to you. It's just, I feel like the universe is like, nope, wrong way, wrong way. Things are about to turn into misfortune for your person because they have made a decision that doesn't involve you, I feel. They've made a decision. This person's thinking about love. And you're working on the connection, the energetic connection portion of it here, Taurus. So I feel like you're calling him in energetically. And what I want to say to you is that you should be focused on your money. You should be focused on creating a new sacred space for yourself, decluttering, getting rid of old items that no longer mean anything. I think that you're supposed to tap into the higher self and question your routines and patterns. I feel it's important for you to question routines and patterns when it comes to money. What are you doing? Are you buying things to try and make yourself feel better? Are you actually making your money work for you? Do you have some sort of a savings? Do you have any kind of a cushion? I feel like you've been working on that since September or had a realization, or maybe you've just gone over some of some of the information here that you have realized while you were in the shadow. I think the shadow really means a lot of things here. It means that you are growing. You're looking at your shadow work. I feel like you're ready to pass yourself the baton from the past to the present. And I feel like it's time that you worked on, this declutter and money and tapping into the higher self. I feel like you're supposed to know what's going on here, but I feel as though your person's concern is that they're in love with you and now they're in another relationship, or they're dating another person, or they have committed themselves to another person for this time. Yeah. But I think you're supposed to know that it is not divine timing for them. It's another karmic relationship of which they'll realize, but we just don't know how long, right? Maybe a couple months. Cups are months. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. I hope that was something that you wanted to hear. Sorry if it wasn't. It is what it is, right, y'all? I only work here. I want to go. I love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.